But anyway, here's my one of my cavalry unit, my hussars, rushing down the hill here. I'm gonna rush them into somebody. Here's my line cavalry unit that just routed. Okay, so you see here, it's a pretty even fight to this point. We're both severely depleted, from our original numbers, but here's that melee fight still continuing in the middle. I would have preferred to exchange volleys, with this Swedish army, but they were content to melee fight me on that left side there. And you can see this lifeguard foot unit coming up the hill. I'm not sure what or who they're after. Maybe my Guardia State Infanteria, which are actually routing. So I'm not quite sure what they're doing going up that hill. I don't have anybody up there. But anyway, I'm trying to move this line infantry unit in position to exchange some volleys with some of these. I'm kind of walking them up there. I probably should have formed them a little earlier and better to fight this unit on the side there, on the right side. Okay, you can see the Swedes sending in yet another line infantry unit. And there's my hussars fighting away there with their swords, overhand swiping. And I gotta admit it, as much as I don't prefer this type of fight, it is a pretty awesome hand-to-hand combat battle in here. It's really gritty. You can see lots of different types of units in there, and it's really making for an interesting battle. There's that picture-in-picture thing that popped up. I thought I had turned it off, but evidently I didn't this time around. I will have to for next time. Okay. So right now I'm going to melee a little bit with that, both of our line infantry units. I'm actually advancing that unit forward to get into that melee fight. Okay. Here is that Lifeguards of Foot elite unit making their way down the hill here, trying to get into the fight. You can see some of my artillery firing over the heads of that unit. There's another cannon shot. Okay, getting down into the woods here again. We'll try and get a look at stuff. And I brought up my general unit to maybe try and inspire a little bit, maybe get them into the fight, because they were sitting way back there, and I felt like these guys needed some inspiration with such a close fight in the middle. See some pretty awesome action there. These guys are really going at it. They must be exhausted. At one point, I got this warning, that your units are exhausted. You should pull them out of battle, but no way, no how. These guys are in it to win it. There's no way I'm pulling units back to give them a rest. Not in a fight like of this nature. You see my general staff in there fighting away. That's my general unit. And at this point, I was severely depleted, and I'm not sure why I did this exactly, but anyway, I rushed my general unit into this Lifeguards of Foot unit because they were orange running down that hill. They weren't in too good a shape. I thought maybe my general unit with a strike can get them to rout, but instead I lose my general in this fight. I believe that's him right there with that overhand strike. He's fighting a valiant fight, and there he is. He goes down. So there goes my general. Both generals are gone. You can see their skulls in the bottom left of the screen there. There's one of my line infantry units routing there. And right there, it looks like I have nobody left but my two artillery units in the back there that are still firing on this. So basically all my units are killed or have been routed, and they have 3 infantry units, 2 line infantry units, and this Lifeguards of Foot units left, and it's my artillery against these 3 units. And this is where this battle, I can't say it's exciting, but it gets kind of interesting. I'm going to start switching to the canister shot here on both of my cannons. I have 2 12-pounder artillery units fully intact, and I'm going to fire some canister at these troops and see if I can get them to rout. Anyway, here's a shot from behind my artillery here. I have them banked all the way in the back, so there's a lot of field that those infantry units have to cover to get to my cannons. So it's going to be an interesting end to this battle here. You can see these are pretty heavily depleted units, but they are green. most of them. That one unit just turned orange because they are taking fire from my cannon. But basically, this should be a lost battle for me, but I never quit. I'm going to keep with it, and let's see what I can do here to get some of these units to rout. You can see I fired some, ooh, you can hear the sound of that whizzing over the head. That's got to be terrifying, that coming at you right there. Okay, we'll flash forward here just a little bit, and you can see this line infantry unit. Oh, you can see some guys go down right there, and that's going to be just enough to get this unit to rout. They've had enough. They don't want to melee charge right into that, so pretty quickly they're going to rout here. Hear that sound going over the head. Just imagine somebody like with a shotgun standing at the other end of the room, and you're told you got to rush into them. No way, no how. These guys are taking off. You see this unit over here is getting pretty close to routing too, and finally they're going to rout. So I've routed 2 of the units with my artillery, and I'm going to train that other piece of artillery under that remaining elite unit rushing up the middle here. You can see I'm firing on them with both cannons. You're going to see some shot coming there from the side, and shortly after that I was able to get that unit to rout too, and miraculously I won this battle. You know, a bit of a surprise ending. I didn't think I can win it, but I stuck with it, and I was able to rout those units with my artillery. I hope you enjoyed this battle.